Namaste. Welcome to the speakers series of talks on Hastha Yoga, translated into English as Yoga Through Hands. Friends, in this series of talks, the speaker is going to introduce what Hastha Yoga is and how it is useful to the body and mind. So, in the first talk of this series, the speaker would like to introduce the four key terms, namely Kriyas, Asanas, Bandhas, and Mudras. What is the distinction between these four key terms? What is Kriya? What is Asana? What is Bandha? And what is Mudra? And their significance in relation to our body and mind. Friends, there is an increasing awareness of health and healthy living among the people across the globe. Yoga, as it is practiced in the form of asanas and pranayama, called as Hatha Yoga, has gained prominence in the world, and the United Nations of Organization has declared June 21st of every year as International Yoga Day. What is this Hastha Yoga? Hastha means hand. So this is a yoga that is an integral part of Hatha Yoga. Many of us are not aware of Hastha Yoga. Those people who are aged and diseased or suffering from chronic illnesses who cannot practice asana and pranayama can easily have an access to this Hastha Yoga. They can sit anywhere and practice this Hastha Yoga, also known as, in another sense, Mudra Yoga. This Hastha Yoga, when it is practiced sincerely, it will rejuvenate your body and mind. It revitalizes the energy in the body. And finally, it makes emotionally, physically, and spiritually strong. Now, in this first talk, the speaker would like to introduce these four key terms. One is Kriya, the second one is Asana, the third is Bandha, and the fourth is Mudra. Let's first know the distinction between Kriya and Asana and Bandha and Mudra before the speaker takes you to the actual practice of mudras. What is Kriya? Kriyas are an integral part of Hatha Yoga. They are practiced before asanas. These Kriyas have a cleansing purpose. They cleanse the internal organs. It is said in the Hatha Yoga that before asanas are performed, we must first cleanse the internal parts of our body. So the Hatha Yoga texts, chiefly Hatha Yoga Pradipika, Gerendra Samhita, and Siva Samhita, and Tirumandiram. These four Hatha Yoga texts have prescribed these Kriyas to be performed before we move to the asanas. There are about 6 Kriyas known as Shat Kriyas. The first one is Dhauti, second is Vasti, third is Nauli, and fourth is Neti, fifth is Trataka, and sixth is Kapalabhati. Let's know the function of each of these Kriya. Let's first take Dhauti. Dhauti is cleansing the teeth and mouth, the throat, and the intestines. Generally, we do this by taking hot water, warm water, mixed with a little salt. We consume 3 or 4 glasses, and then after 5 minutes, we insert these 2 fingers inside our mouth and then remove all that water. So the water um, removes or brings out all the toxic elements in the stomach and throat and mouth. The bad germs, the bad bacteria are vomited out through this first kriya. After performing this, we also brush our teeth and clean our tongue. So these are the, the actions that we perform in Dhauti. That is the first form of Kriya. The second one is Vasti. Now, this Vasti is taking a very thin cloth, cotton cloth, and we dip it in the warm water, and then we insert into the mouth and push it down through the gullet, and then we remove it. This way, this Vasti cleanses the throat, and if there is a phlegm formed inside the gullet, it's removed out. This is Vasti. Now the Neti, this is the nasal cleaning. In this Neti, we insert a very thin rubber tube or a thin thread, cotton thread, insert it through the left nostril, and then put our 2 fingers inside the mouth, push it down, and then hold the tip of the thread and bring it out, and then gently we make a friction like movement in the nostril. The purpose of this kriya is to remove phlegm that is stuck in the nostrils, and this is called neti. Now there is another kriya called nauli. Nauli, the purpose of nauli is to um, contract the spectrum muscles, that is the muscles of the anus we contract like this in the sitting position, or we put mala asana. That is how the Indian style of attending the calls of nature. So we sit spreading our two legs apart, and then we contract the anus muscles. Now this um, mm, nowly, and then also we the abdomen, rotate the abdomen muscles clockwise and anti-clockwise, which is thought to be um, um, thought to cleanse the stomach, the intestines inside, and activate the muscles in the Muladhara chakra, that is the spectrum muscles, anus muscles. Now, the next Kriya in this Shat Kriyas is called Trataka. This is transfixing our eyes on a particular object. By transfixing our eyes on a particular object and constantly mm, looking at the object without moving our eyeballs would strengthen the muscles around the eyes in the socket, and then activate our sight, our vision. This is the purpose of Tartaka, Trataka. Now, the last Kriya is called Kapalabhati. Now, the Kapalabhati is a form of breathing exercise that is thought to brighten up the whole head. Um, this Kapalabhati would strengthen the muscles of the brain, activate the mind, and make it alert, rejuvenate it with energy. So these are the 6 forms of Kriya called as Shat Kriyas, which make up an integral part of Hatha Yoga that is practiced throughout the world. But the speaker doubts how many sadhakas, practitioners, do these Shat Kriyas in the early morning. But at least one Kriya could be done very easily. That is getting up early in the morning, consuming 3 to 4 glasses of warm water mixed with salt, and then retaining it in the stomach for about 5 minutes. And then after, we can insert the two of our fingers inside our mouth and then remove all that water. This can be done very easily, and it is not a painful process. Anybody can do it, and it is good for health because uh, it removes all the bad germs and bad bacteria inside the stomach. The stomach is very important because it is the mm, vital organ where the food is crushed and processed and generated into energy that is sent throughout the body. Therefore, this part we need to take care of, um, and how this through this kriya, anybody can do it, um, and this kriya will cleanse the intestines, the stomach, the liver, gallbladder, kidneys, and the gullet, the chest, the mouth, all these internal organs are cleaned. So after performing this kriya, and we can also perform traptaka, that is transfixing our eyes on a particular object and constantly looking at it. This would strengthen our concentration power, and this is a preparatory exercise for meditation. So, how to bring the mind and focus it on a particular object or thing. Many young boys and girls can practice this particular Kriya Trataka. And Kapalabhati is a part of the pranayama, but it can be done in the beginning itself, which constitutes an important part of Shatkriyas. So, leave alone the Nauli is very difficult because you may have to rotate these bowls clockwise and anti-clockwise. That is very difficult for the practitioners. Of course, in the beginning it will be difficult, but as we do it slowly and steadily, we can get into that rotation. And similarly, Dauti, Vasti, all, I mean, Vasti, and then another one is Neti. These are difficult forms of Kriyas. So let's not go to these three Kriyas, but we can practice Dauti, as the speaker has already given how it should be done. And then the second one is Trataka, that is transfixing our eyes, which would purify our eyes, strengthen our muscles around the eyes, and then improves our sight and vision. And similarly, Kapalabhati can also be done. So these three kriyas can be done very easily by anyone in the early morning as we get up and then um, perform our asanas. Before we perform our asanas, we can do these three kriyas out of these six kriyas. This is um, mm, what is known as kriya. The kriyas are an integral part of hatha yoga. So kriyas precede asanas. Kriyas come first, then followed by asanas, then pranayama, right? Then pratyahara, dharana, all that follow step by step. But the yoga, that is hatha yoga, especially the hatha yoga, begins with the performing kriyas. The speaker emphasizes this, and those who practice hatha yoga should do these kriyas in the morning. Now, by performing these kriyas, it will improve the longevity and the lifespan of our the lifespan, and then um, we we can be free from diseases, and even the chronic diseases, ailments can be cured through these kriyas, especially the three kriyas the speaker has identified, which should be done every morning. The first kriya, that is dhauti, that you need to do it every morning. Even if you don't do the asanas, you can perform this kriya and then go for a walking, early morning walking. And a note of caution here that these kriyas have to be done only in the early morning in the empty stomach, not in the evening. Please note that these kriyas should not be done in the evening, because by evening we would have loaded our stomach with food. So avoid doing these kriyas in the evening, only in the early morning. As you get up from bed and attend the calls of nature, then in the empty stomach, you should perform these kriyas, especially the dhauti. So, in this first talk of the series, the speaker is going to talk about the Hastha Yoga in detail. The speaker has introduced what exactly we mean by Kriyas, And the speaker has identified 6 kriyas which are very popular in the Hatha Yoga. And the speaker has also said that all these shat kriyas, 6 forms of kriyas, cannot be done by anyone. It's not possible. Therefore, one kriya can be done, that is doubting, that is consuming the warm water mixed with the salt and then removing all that water out. So this can be done by everyone in the morning. It can be done by anyone, by all. Um, Not necessarily those who do Hatha Yoga, not necessarily those who go to asanas. No, those who cannot do asanas, those who go out for a morning walk or jogging or running, they can also perform this. And this is a beautiful kriya. It cleanses all the internal organ. The water has such power, especially the warm water mixed with the warm salt has that power to clean all the internal parts of our body and revitalizes our energy. So the whole day you will be free from any kind of ailment, and you will feel very relaxed. And this way we can check the bad bacteria getting accumulated in our body, and we can make our life peaceful, healthy, and happy. In the second talk, the following talk, the speaker would take up the asanas and bandhas and mudras and show you the actual distinctions. But till then, keep this message, keep this the what exactly we mean by kriya, the essence of what kriya is, and so on. Thank you very much for listening. Namaskaram. We will meet tomorrow.